My name is Colleen, and this is my kitchen. Believe it or not, this was me 4 years ago. I struggled with my weight my entire life. And finally, I came to the realization that diets don't work. By simply eating healthy and moving more, I was able to lose over 100 pounds. I started at a size 26W, and within about a year and a half, I went to a size 12, no W. And best of all, I've now kept the weight off for over 2 years, and counting. So now here I am in my kitchen showing you how you can eat healthy and lose weight just like I have. Because if I can do it, you can too. Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. Tonight we're going to be cooking with bacon. That's right, we're going to be using just a little bit of bacon to flavor up a really great meal. We're going to be making a creamy bacon, leek, and potato skillet. We're going to start it on the stove, finish it in the oven. It's going to be absolutely delicious. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with preparing our skillet, and I'm using a 10-inch cast iron skillet, just like this. And the great thing about cast iron is when you cook in it, it actually infuses a little bit of iron into your meal. So it's a great healthy way to cook as well. Now I'm heating it on medium heat, and I have 2 slices of thick cut bacon that I've cut in half here just to better fit them in the pan. And this particular dish, we're going to only use this pan. It's going to go from stovetop to oven, which is why it's important to use cast iron. So I'm going to go ahead and cook my bacon up in there until it's nice and crisp, and then we'll come back and move on to the next step. The bacon is cooked up nicely, so I'm going to leave my skillet on medium. I've drained just a little bit of that bacon grease out, left roughly about 2 tablespoons in there, and now I have 2 leeks that I'm going to add in. I've sliced them up really thinly here, and I'm going to add these in and let them cook until they're nice and browned. It's going to take about 10 minutes roughly. So while these are cooking, let's start making that creamy filling that we're going to inject this dish with. So now while those leeks are cooking, we want to make a creamy filling that we're going to layer in with the potatoes and the bacon to make it nice and creamy. So it's going to start with 1 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt. So that's going to add some creaminess to the dish without adding a lot of calories. It's also going to add some good protein. Then I have 2 ounces of crumbled blue cheese. I have about 2 teaspoons of fresh thyme leaves here. I'm just going to dump those in. And then to thin it out, I'm going to add a little bit of wine. And I like using an off-dry Riesling with this dish because it goes really well with the blue cheese. Add that in there, 1/4 cup of that. And then nice crack with some freshly ground black pepper and some salt. And just give that a stir. And so it's going to thin out a little bit with that wine, which is perfect. A lot of that will evaporate in the cooking process. The leeks have cooked up, they're nice and browned, and I haven't cleaned the pan at all. It still has that residue from the bacon and the leeks cooking in it, so it's got a ton of flavor in there. So now what I'm going to do is I have 1 pound of Yukon Gold potatoes, and I've sliced them on my mandolin slicer, so they're almost paper thin. They're probably about 1/16 of an inch. Very, very thin. I can almost see through them. And so I've sliced them up, and I'm just going to do this in layers. I'm going to lay these around the bottom of my pan. And I sometimes like to double up on the layers. So once I have that potato layer down, I'm going to take 1/3 of those leeks that we cooked up and just kind of spread those out across the top. I love leeks because they're seasonal right now and they're just so fresh and so delicious. You have to absolutely try them this time of year. And then I'm going to take 1/3 of that yogurt blue cheese mixture, spread that across. And then I have those pieces of bacon. I went ahead and just chopped them up so they're nice little pieces here, and I'll take 1/3 of those and sprinkle them right across the top. And then I'm going to go ahead and do another layer. So I'm going to lay down more of those potato slices. So all told, I have 4 layers of potatoes and 3 layers each of that yogurt mixture, the leeks, and the bacon. I'm ending with that 4th layer of the thinly sliced potatoes. To top it off, I have 1/4 cup of panko breadcrumbs, 1 ounce of that same crumbled blue cheese that we used in the filling, and then 1/4 cup of chopped Italian parsley. And I just like the green flecks that it adds to the dish. It adds a little bit of color and interest. So all I'm going to do now is spread this over the top, that top layer of potatoes, just like that. I'm going to cover it with foil or some sort of tight-fitting lid if you have one. And I'm going to bake it for 1 hour covered, and then I'm going to take off that foil and bake it for 15 more minutes. And here we go, creamy bacon, leek, and potato skillet. Now, once you get this out of the oven, you want to let it sit for about 5 minutes to let it cool down, and then slice it into 4 equal pieces. This recipe does serve 4 people. Pair it with a great side salad for a complete meal. I'm going to go sit down and enjoy my dinner. I hope you'll give this a try. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time in my kitchen.